NEC announces initial list of winners for FNC election 2011. Trade volume in the UAE free zones rises 19% in Q1. And plane carrying foreign tourists crashes in Nepal. This is 7 National News. In our top story, the initial Federal National Council election results were officially released today, with which His Excellency Dr. Gargash, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, has described as a significant milestone and achievement for the UAE. Votes were conducted across the country, amounting to 35,877 votes in total for 20 House seats. In Abu Dhabi, where 109 candidates were running for 4 seats, a total of 10,109 votes were cast, with the highest number of votes going to Salem Mohammed Hamed Al Ameri. In Dubai, where 123 candidates ran for 4 seats, 9,268 votes were cast, with the highest number of votes going to Hamed Sultan Al Ruhumi. In Sharjah, 87 competed for 3 seats, and a total of 5,890 votes were cast, with the highest number of votes going to Salem Mohammed bin Hawaidan. Over in Ras Al Khaimah, 5,085 votes were cast for 2 seats, with Ahmed Al Hamash with the highest number of votes. In Ajman, where 1,562 votes were cast for 2 seats, Sultan Juma Ali Al Shamsi won the majority. In Amal Khain, 1,796 votes were cast for 2 seats, with Sheikha Isa Ghanem Al Ari receiving the majority of votes and was one woman to achieve a seat across the country. And finally, in Fujairah, 2,167 votes were received for 2 seats, with Garib Ahmed Garib Al Suraidi with the highest number. The final list of winners will be officially declared on Wednesday, the 28th of September. A lot of joy and some disappointment as the UAE's second ever Federal National Council elections came to a close. And as Marvish Khan reports, the night ended in the nation's capital with a surprising twist.
The tension is palpable as candidates in Abu Dhabi nervously await the outcome of the country's elections. But as if in a carefully scripted Hollywood drama, the results are delayed for nearly 3 hours. Officials say that's because of a technical glitch in Al Ain. Finally, at 11 p.m., the preliminary winners are announced, a nail-biting finish to an election that began 15 hours ago.
I'm very happy because everything okay, and we feel a very good election today. So I'm very happy.
The UAE is rewriting a chapter in its history as Emiratis vote for the country's future. And that, some say, is what the day is all about.
I think overall it was very positive. I think that we ran basically an election that was well organized and an election that overall was transparent, which I think is extremely important.
Bumps, Dr. Gargash believes, is part of the learning process.
Technical glitches are part and parcel of our electronic world. We have to accept it.
The UAE is taking its first tentative steps towards a more democratic election process. The hope here is to generate more public interest in the political process and perhaps even to grant the FNC members more political powers. But everything has to start somewhere, so why not right here?
Earlier in the day, voters streamed into 2 polling stations set up at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Center and Al Jazeera Sports Club. Over 10,000 men and women cast their ballots in the capital. The mood festive, and for some an excuse to make it a family outing. The day began with officials dubbing voter turnout as higher than expected. The official tally, however, stands at 28% of voters coming out to vote. The flow slowed down somewhat in the afternoon, suddenly picking up in the evening, prompting organizers to extend polling for another hour. And a surprise visit by His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research. For those that did participate, it was a matter of national pride.
Because I love this country. This is, first of all, this is not my country only, this is my mother, as you said. And I love it too much. I want to do something for my country, so I came here today.
Some had perfected their "I'm just happy to be nominated" speech.
My name was one of the nomination, and I'm proud to be one of them. And I believe that everybody should take part in this election. And, it's very important that we make this success.
Still, others had winning on the brain.
We are all winners today. I think, we're in Abu Dhabi, we're like 110. And it's a new initiative that we all participated in, and I think we've won because we've been able to speak to the public and raise some of the concerns of the public.
It's only the second time the UAE has gone to the poll to elect members to the Federal National Council, but a first step towards the country's future. And with lessons learned, the onus is on the country's elected officials to be the voice of the public and effect change in the UAE. Mavish Khan, 7 National News.
Now that the results are in, it seems the new officials already have their work cut out for them. On election day, we spoke with some UAE voters who clearly expressed their expectations for the new officials.
The announcement of the 4 winners in Dubai broke out into jubilation. After all the hard work, it was finally over.
My feeling, it's the best. I'm happy for my friend, for my people, for the country that, they gave us the chance. Okay, for my ruler, that's the best.
The member of the council, he is not a minister, he is not a prime minister, he is a mean between the locals and between the government. So he is the one to take the opinions, the suggestions, the needs of the locals to the cabinet and to the ministers. And they should do their best to do what they can do for the locals and the residents and the citizens of the United Arab Emirates.
Well, I expected ladies to win also, but at the end all of us are winning because the people chose those 4 candidates to continue the journey and represent them at the National Council.
Many of the voters and candidates we spoke with during the election day expressed their satisfaction at the achievements of the country in recent years. According to them, the election provided the chance to contribute to the country's development by electing officials whom they hope will walk the talk.
I'm very happy with the number of people attending and the people who voted. I'm very happy to have such a supportive family, friend and fans as well. I have over 6,000 followers on Twitter, which I've seen, I would say 30% of them came to the Trade Center today. I was really happy as well to see the number of women taking part this year, and I hope for the future to add up more and more of women power, I would say.
There is a lot to celebrate during the second elections, according to officials. Among these is a significant number of young volunteers who participated and were instrumental in the success.
They've been through training for almost like a week, more than a week. Some of them, they've been training like 2 weeks ago about their specification, not in general, and they are appointed to their location.
It was a tough competition with over 400 candidates and only 20 positions. Now that the party is over, the work begins for those who came out victorious. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
Now, there is an increasing demand for materials handling equipment globally and is expected to be worth $98 billion by 2015. According to industry insiders, the fast emerging economies of the Middle East are among the key drivers for this growth, along with Latin America and Asia. Supporting this growth is the 6th Materials Handling Middle East, which industry insiders say play a crucial role in the development of businesses in the country, particularly in logistics. The biennial event was inaugurated earlier today by His Highness Sheikh Hasher Maktoum bin Juma Al Maktoum, the Director General of the Dubai Department of Information. During the tour, His Highness inspected the latest equipment and technology available in the market.
As you know, nowadays life is very depends on how quick you are to achieve what you want. So all the manufacturer and the inventor try to introduce new things in the market that delivers good quickly and take it to its destination very quickly. So every year, we come to see something new that helps in delivering goods very quickly.
Meanwhile, event organisers say despite the effects of the overall economic situation in various sectors, steady growth is obvious. And the three-day event will open more doors for both buyers and sellers, further boosting the economy as well as the industry.
The material handling industry is the backbone of and the growth facilitator for many industries, as it enables companies to trade and trade faster and trade more efficient. And as you know, in Dubai, everything is about trade, everything is about import, export, distribution, redistribution, packaging, repackaging. This is basically the center of this industry, and the innovative products that are shown here will make this industry work even more efficiently in the future.
And looking to news abroad now, a small plane carrying foreign tourists to view Mount Everest crashed in bad weather near Nepal's capital, Kathmandu, today, killing all 19 people on board. Kathmandu airport officials said there were 16 passengers and 3 crew on board the plane. There were 10 Indian, 2 American, 1 Japanese and 3 Nepali passengers and 3 Nepali crew members on board. Of the injured, police said they rushed 1 survivor to hospital, but the man died during treatment. Police said rescuers had recovered all bodies, but helicopters were unable to land near the crash site due to bad weather. The Beech aircraft owned by Buddha Air, a private airline, was flying to Kathmandu after a mountain flight to Everest. Kathmandu and its surrounding hills were enveloped in late monsoon clouds early on Sunday. China's experimental craft Tiangong-1, or Heavenly Palace, will be ready to blast off from its launch pad in the Gobi Desert in the coming days. That's according to China's state news agency. Tiangong-1, an 8-ton unmanned space lab, and the rocket that will carry it skyward are set to launch around September the 27th to the 30th, adding a high-tech sheen to China's National Day celebrations on October the 1st. It will be the latest show of China's growing prowess in space, where it is jostling with neighbours Japan and India for a bigger presence, and comes while budget restraints and shifting priorities are holding back US manned space launches. China's space ambitions have faced international wariness, but Beijing says its aims are peaceful, and experts say that Tiangong-1 seems to have little military use. China has to date sent 6 men into space and performed 1 spacewalk. And up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.